Hey there, welcome to the SWS Private Community YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice, and in this video, we'll be going over the most frequently asked questions we get in our community regarding GoHighLevel. So if you want to keep learning about GoHighLevel updates, automations, campaigns, snapshots, keep on watching. All right, so what we're looking at right now is my sample agency sub account. And here I'm going to show you and demonstrate the answer to the most common questions we get in our community. So the first question is, what's the main difference between a funnel and a website? So this is a great question. If you go to the site section of your high level account, you'll be able to see those two. So you have funnels and you have websites. These are some of the pre-built templates that we've created for you and that we have available in our community snapshots. So we are providing you with all these templates so that you can choose and customize them however you prefer. Let's take a look at this first funnel. So the first thing we see here is that this is a one-page site. So this is a super straightforward site. It's just going to have one page, and this needs a little bit of customizing. This is raw. This is exactly how we provide the site for you to customize. But the main thing that I want you to notice is that throughout the site, you're going to have information regarding the services you offer, maybe some case studies, what you can do with the system, what you're selling, and you're going to see this form or this questionnaire a lot throughout the site. And that's the exact purpose of the funnel. What we want is to take that viewer, whoever's looking at the site, and transform them into a lead or a client. So the main purpose of a funnel is always going to be to collect their information. And essentially, this is a structured set of steps. So what we're doing here is guiding the visitor through a specific set of paths. That way we can turn them into a lead. So what we want is a single conversion, right? We want to take them from person that's just looking at this site and transform them into an actual client and an actual lead. So that's the first and most important difference between the funnel and the website. Now let's take a look at the website. If we go here to websites, this is the digital agency full website. This is the main site that we have for you to sell your services, and this is what it looks like. So the website is a little bit different. First, if we go back, you're going to see that it has multiple pages or multiple steps. So this is like your online library when you can showcase your portfolio. You have an about page, you have a home page, you have a contact page. So that's going to be a little bit more complex to customize because you have multiple pages. And again, the purpose is for you to have presence online and kind of like a digital library, right? So this is mainly for general information and user exploration. So those are the main difference between the funnel and the website. All right, now let's go over question number 2. What I have here is, what is the best service to use for payments in a country outside the US? So what happens if you are not in the US, you want to integrate a payment system that's not Stripe? Remember that Stripe will be the recommended payment gateway for high level. It's the easiest to integrate, but it doesn't mean that you don't have more options. So in our community, we have a lot of affiliates outside of the US, and we always guide them into a seamless integration with whatever payment system they're using. So if we go here to payments, you're going to see that here we have the option to integrate the payment gateway. And if I click here, these are all the apps or options I have to integrate. So we have Stripe, we have PayPal, you have manual payment methods so that you can add in like a manual payment collection. Here we have another one called Square. And if we click on add more, you're going to see more options. You have deposit, you have Easy Pay Direct, you have PayMob, Madison Payment Specialist. Like there's a lot of options, and you can just look for whatever works, whatever you have available in your country. So you have all these options available for you. Now, if you don't see your payment method in this list, you can also search for more and see what you can find. All right, so that leads us to question number 3. How do I change the currency on my payment method? Here, this is a sample account, so I don't have actual statistics of leads that are coming in and the currency and payment for each one, but this is how you would change the payment method on your account. So we need to click here under settings, and here under your business profile, you have your business address. So under country, here is where you can select your country, and that's going to be connected to the payment method integration. So if I choose Colombia, that's going to be Colombian pesos. If I choose US, it's going to be US dollars. If I am, let's say, in UK, that's going to be euros. So whatever country you select and you have set up here under the physical address is the same one that's going to be showing up on the dashboard, on the leads, and on your payment method. All right, so now let's go over question number 4. And this is a very common question we get in our community. Again, we have affiliates from all over the world, not just from the US. And sometimes it's a little bit more complex to figure things out for other countries. So the question we get a lot is, how do I purchase a phone number, a lead connector that's not from the US or that's not available in the GoHighLevel list of numbers? So if we go here to settings and we go to phone system, you're going to see that we have the option to purchase phone numbers here under add number. Now we have a list of numbers for different countries, and this is the easiest way to set up your GoHighLevel number. Just straight up purchase it from this list. Now, what happens if I want to purchase a number from a country that's not on this list? Okay, this is a good example. So if I want to go with Spain, here I don't see available numbers. So what I want to do is go back, and now let's talk a little bit about GoHighLevel's phone system. And this is a question we get asked about a lot throughout our community. And it is if it's possible to integrate a number outside of GoHighLevel to the sub account. So this is very tricky because GoHighLevel is providing you with a phone system. So if we go back to the agency view, all right, so here under the agency view, we have the phone integration. So GoHighLevel is providing you with a phone system that you can integrate seamlessly. That way you can purchase phone numbers, manage SMS messages, manage AI agents, and everything to do with calling and receiving calls. So here we connected lead connector, and this is the main phone system. That means that if you want to call from the account or receive phone calls, you need to purchase a number through the same phone system. That's going to be lead connect. This is what you need to do on the agency view. And then if we go to my sub account, you're going to see that under settings and phone system is where I'll be able to purchase that number here. So yeah, essentially it's not entirely possible to integrate a number outside of GoHighLevel into the system because it's a different type of system. With the phone number you already have, you have a phone carrier and it works outside the system. But especially for your account or specifically for your account, you need to integrate a phone number to be able to track every single lead that calls or every single lead that messages the business. So we do need a tracking number inside of your GoHighLevel account for the purpose of having phone integration into the system. Now, another question we also get asked a lot is, how does lead connector work? Is it mandatory? So yes, installing a phone system, if you want to have SMS capabilities or if you want to be able to make calls and receive them, you do need to have a phone system, either lead connector, or you can also integrate Twilio. Those are the options we have. So installing a phone system in the app is it's necessary, and it's going to be mandatory if you want to have, like I said, phone, call, receive calls, send text messages, and receive them as well. Now, in the same topic of phone system, that's another question that we get asked a lot is if you can run a campaign without lead connector on Twilio or Twilio. Now, the answer is very tricky because it really depends on what you're looking for and what's your purpose with that campaign. If you want to have a campaign where you reach out to people via text message, or if you want to collect their phone information for an automation in the future, it's not possible to do that without lead connector because you need a phone number, and the only way to get that is by integrating a phone system. Now, if you only want to do email, that's also tricky because lead connector will manage all the communications on your system. So it's also going to have or give you the ability to do email campaigns. So basically, the answer will be no, because it's super important and necessary to have the phone system in place to be able to run campaigns successfully. Now, another question we get asked about a lot will be how to create a lead list. So, this is something that we teach a lot throughout our community, how to create your list and how to reach out to those business owners individually. So, we recommend a lot of lead generation tools so that you can get your lead list going. Some of the most common ones we recommend are Apollo, we have Google Maps, Outscraper. That's one of our favorite ones, Outscraper. That's also Leads Gorilla, etc. So there's a bunch of them, and that leads us to the next question, and that's how do we actually upload a lead list or a big number of contacts into your GoHighLevel sub account? So let's say you have a database or your client provides you with a database of people that you want to reach out to for a specific campaign or to start your sales process specifically. So what we need to do is go here to contacts. And here you're going to have all the options. What we want is to import contacts. We're going to go to next. And here is where you would upload the file. Now, ideally, this is very important to keep in mind what are the recommendations and how this file needs to look like. So here you can download a sample file, or if I click here under Learn More, these are the guidelines into not only how to upload the file, but what are the specifications of the file. So you need to have a row for the contact's name, another one for their phone numbers, another one for emails. So all those specifications you'll be able to go over here. And this is the section where you would upload that file. Awesome. Now let's go over the next question, and that's going to be how does the email domain work? All right, so this is a very tricky question we get asked a lot in our community, and that is the email domain. So if we go here to settings, email services, all right, so if we go here to email services, we'll see that GoHighLevel will give you the option to integrate a domain for you to create a specific email with your domain. So the email that we create here is going to be the main email, and it's going to become the inbox essentially for the sub account. So here you can integrate your domain and create something like support@yourdomain.com or info@yourdomain.com and have that kind of like specific domain for your business. And these are the important things to keep in mind, and high levels giving you information into why it's important to connect your domain here. So you're going to enhance deliverability. Your emails are less likely to be affected by the reputation of other senders sharing the same domain. So this means that your important messages will have a better chance of reaching your receipts inbox. That's great, especially for campaigns. It's also going to help with brand credibility. So a dedicated sending domain adds a professional touch to your emails that's going to reinforce your brand identity, and it's also going to build trust with your recipients. So that's completely true. It's not the same to get a promotion email from, I don't know, Beatrice at gmail.com that getting that from Beatrice at marketingagency.com, for example. So definitely helps with brand credibility. It also helps with the increased control. So you'll be able to manage your own sending domains, which gives you greater control over your email deliverability. So everything's going to be integrating to the system. The inbox is going to be here under conversation. So you'll be able to manage everything in one place. And that's also going to reduce spam flagging. So shared domains can sometimes lead to higher spam flagging rates. By transitioning to your own sending domain, you reduce the risk of your legitimate emails being mistaken from spam. So this is how the email domain work. You integrate your domain here and you get your own personal email domain. And everything will be managed here under conversations. So if we go back to conversations, this is going to be the inbox for this email and the inbox for every single SMS, every form that's sent out. If you have an AI integration on your website, you're also going to be able to see everything here. So the conversation is going to be the inbox where you'll be able to manage everything that comes through the system. All right, so last question will be, can I transfer a GoHighLevel sub account to another agency? So this is something that's also super interesting. Sometimes we get affiliates that have multiple GoHighLevel accounts. That's not ideal, but let's say what happens is you want to transfer one client from one app or one agency view to another one. So yeah, that's definitely possible with the help of GoHighLevel. So you're going to have to reach out to them. Here is where you'll be able to see all the help they provide. So you can call them. They have a 24/7 available Zoom. You can join at any time. They also have chat. They also have email support. So you need to reach out to them and provide them with the agency relationship number. So they're going to need the relationship number of the agency where the sub account is right now. And they also going to need the client ID or account info to be able to look it up with that agency and your relationship ID of where you want to transfer it to. So that's the main thing they need. And it's completely possible to transfer sub accounts from one agency to the other one. All right, well, that's it for today's video. I hope you find it super helpful. Let me know if there's any other questions that you'd like answered. I would love to see you in our community. So if you want more information into how to join and how to get access to all of this and how to get access to all of our campaigns, snapshots, courses, guidance, private calls, and right. So if you want to get access to our private community, you'll see all the information below. If you want to know how to get access to our coaching program, snapshots, campaigns, live calls, etc., just check out all the links below.